Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pro Wrestling Throwdown. It's the October 17th, 2020 edition. Luke, the Big Dog Williams. I'm Caleb Black, our in-studio producer, the mighty Max Fury, and it's time for Top 5. Normally we pick the top 5 things, but this week we're going to pick 3. We talked a lot last week about Dusty Rhodes, which brought us, as always, inevitably, to Hard Times, the absolute greatest wrestling promo ever written, which posed the question, what are our favorite promos? So we picked 3 apiece. We're going to talk about them. We already talked about Hard Times. Do we want to include that? I mean, I know
all depends on where that ranks on your list.
I know it's on my top. It's my number 1, really. I think it's my favorite, up there with being one of my absolute favorite promos.
Okay,
so I'm gonna leave Hard Times on there. Dusty Rhodes is talking to Ole Anderson, and he's given this amazing promo about how Ole Anderson put him on the shelf and caused hard times for his family. Then he started talking about the hard times all around the country, about the working man, working at the factory for 30 years, getting a watch and a kick in the butt out the door that gave his job to a computer. That's hard times. Talking about how you're scrounging up the money for food. And it's just such an enigmatic. He's talking to the right people. He's talking to the right demographic. He's talking to the American folks at home about what experiencing hard times is like. And Dusty Rhodes, timeless, effortless, and perfect delivery. Check it out. Google it, YouTube it, mainstream it, Daily Motion it. Dusty Rhodes, Hard Times, baby.
It's a good promo.
Next!
I'm going to go with one that isn't in the top brass of a lot of people's opinions. I think it was one of the best. Cactus Jack's anti-hardcore Kane Dewey.
That's my next one.
Promo
no shit.
Would be
so we do have some similarities like we were talking about outside.
Yeah, the feeling of just rage and emotion that Cactus Jack's like. I saw, I was laying there and doing my job and bleeding for you people, and I look at a sign and it says Kane Dewey. Kane Dewey being my 3-year-old son, and you're talking about, caning him
vicious bastards
with a stick, and how that fired him up. And as a matter of fact, the best part about that is the story that comes afterwards, where he actually talked to the guy who had the sign, and the guy who had the sign was completely distraught. He was like, I thought you would enjoy the sign, like I didn't mean anything by it. And of course Cactus Jack was like, no man, it's cool. It's just, I fed off of it, and that's what happened. But he said that the guy they affectionately called Sign Guy was miserable, a wreck for weeks, because he was like, I hope Jack didn't take that.
Yeah, I hope Jack doesn't hate me. But no, it's just business is business, baby.
The whole Tommy Dreamer, you're going to learn one day that
they don't love you.
That you can come out in your colored suspenders and you can thank the fans and stuff. These same fans that wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. Is probably one of the greatest lines in promo history.
Yeah, Kane Dewey was going to be my next one. It's so good.
Where he's like, I'll put a word in with you with Uncle Eric, and you can come here and be a star.
WCW,
Fantastic. So that would be one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's so good.
Go ahead, man.
I think we got to talk about the pipe bomb. CM Punk, the pipe bomb, baby. In an era in which promos were written for you, handed to you on a piece of paper, CM Punk comes out, sits crisscross applesauce on a stage, just him and a mic, and talks about the state of the WWE, talks about how the company is going to be better when Vince McMahon's dead, except it's going to go to his idiot daughter and his doofus son-in-law, and how he's only a multimillionaire and he's not a billionaire because of all the panhandling douchebag yes men like Pat Patterson. Talks about how he was a Paul Heyman guy. That's right. I'm a Paul Heyman guy. You know what else? Paul Heyman guy? Brock Lesnar. And he split just like I'm splitting. Yep. So good. Actually, if you remember correctly, the night it happened on Raw, you called me immediately afterward, because it's one of the few times we didn't watch it together. And we both sat and talked about this promo for like a half an hour. And this was 8-9 years ago.
Oh my God. This is
long time ago.
2012? 2011?
One of the best promos. I'm sure you have seen it. If you haven't seen it, take the time, watch it, listen to it. So good.
Yeah, it's a fantastic promo. Now, I'm going to leave Hard Times off because, again, you've already talked about the Hard Times, and it is the greatest promo of all time.
Yeah.
So I will put that aside. My next one, honestly, It also comes from the realm of ECW. It's the promo that Spike Dudley cuts for his match against Mike Awesome.
Yeah.
Where he's got the girl with him that Mike Awesome clotheslined that looked like him that knocked her front teeth out.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You big goof motherfucker. This isn't a game anymore.
Yeah.
This is real life, and you're not getting Spike Dudley. You're getting the man. You're getting Matt.
Yeah.
And this is just the emotion of this little guy who's about to wrestle somebody who towers over him, and not only height, but weight, size, muscle, everything. And he's like, I'm going to cut you to fucking size, and this is how it's going to go.
And then just takes one of the best ass whoopings from Mike Awesome in the match.
And you honestly, legitimately thought in the match he could do it.
Yeah.
There was spots in that match where you were like, holy shit, Spike Dudley's going to win the title.
Yep.
It's fantastic. It drew you in. It was a testament to the ability for Spike Dudley to cut a promo, which he wasn't allowed to in his later years with the Big Two because of his size. He was basically relegated to gimmick matches and lower card when he could have very easily been at the top of the card. So that would be my next one.
I completely agree. There are a lot of honorable mentions. Obviously, you got to talk about every promo Jim Cornette ever cut. I particularly love the Jim Cornette run of That's My Opinion.
Yeah.
Where he, in the WWF, criticizes the WWF and how it sucks and how it's cartoonish and how it's hokey and how he hates it. He cuts down WCW, cuts down ECW, but especially the one where he cuts down that fucking reporter whose name I can't remember. The guy who got the
He was Pro Wrestling Illustrated as well, but it wasn't fuckface. It was the other.
No, he wasn't pro. It wasn't pro. He was the New York Times reporter, the one who talked about Brian Pillman's death being the responsibility.
Oh yeah, I can't think of the guy's name, but I know what you're talking about.
He was on Dark Side of the Ring a little while ago. I just watched this promo the other day. I can't believe I can't remember it. But where Jim Ross talks about this guy, and basically I was trying to expose the business. I was trying to blame, trying to take pro wrestling away from wrestling fans, trying to say that no one should watch wrestling. How Ted Turner, instead of investing the $1 million into charities, he would have done a better service if he canceled WCW. And then Cornette gets really serious and really somber when he talks about how this reporter brought up the shoot death of Brian Pillman. And he's like, Brian Pillman's my friend, and you have no right to talk about Brian Pillman. So on behalf of me, the wrestling fans, wrestling companies, Brian Pillman's family, you can go to hell because we're doing just fine up here without you.
Yep.
So good. Chills. Just, nobody cuts a promo like Jim Cornette.
Now that we've got the serious shit out of it.
Oh, dear.
This is a favorite of mine.
Oh, no.
It's not really remembered for a long, in-depth promo.
This is but
R-Truth,
okay.
cutting a promo about a Money in the Bank ladder match that he wasn't even in, where he's like, the one thing that scares me about ladder matches? Science. It's fantastic.
It comes up to the Royal
And Kane's
Rumble.
like, you're not even in the match. and R-Truth's like, I'm not? That's on me. That's my bad. That's on me. Actually, I can't just pick one. All of the R-Truth.
Oh, yeah. Randy.
Riley.
Randy. Jimmy.
I mean, a lot of the stuff. Yeah. The talking about eliminating Paul Heyman just this past year in the Royal Rumble and cracking Brock Lesnar live on television. If you can crack Brock Lesnar in a promo, you've done your job.
And even Brock Lesnar afterward was like, I want to work with him because he makes me laugh and it could be fun. I know we said we were going to limit it to 3, but I gotta talk about a couple more.
Okay.
The Jericho Rock promos on Stephanie McMahon were so good, but the one particularly when it was Stephanie and Rhino. And it was
my God.
At the ramp, and he's like, we got a man beast and a hose beast.
Fantastic.
Talks about her plastic surgery.
What was it? What was something about Bad Trucker and what was the Silver Spoon, motherfucker? But they didn't cut him off.
Right.
That's a great promo. How about Billy's praying to God? He's but God, I don't know why the people hate me so much. And the heavens open, and he said, Bobby? He said, but my name's Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is. Fantastic.
Another throwback to Jericho. Now, remember, this is a promo, and we're talking about the height of the Attitude Era, where TV time is as valuable as it can be. The man of 1,002 holds.
Armbar.
Armbar. Hold number 2. Japanese armbar. Goes through a commercial break. Comes back. And is still going through the 1,001 or 1,002
1,002 hold.
1,002 hold list.
The best part about that is the story behind the scenes, where they're on live, and he's going to commercial, and he's like, move 6, the 3-handled family credenza. Move 7, arm bar. And they go to commercial break. And during commercial break, he says, as soon as the red light on the camera went off, they were in Chicago.
Yeah.
And he gets on the mic, and he's like, Bulls suck, Blackhawks suck, Bears suck. And then when they come back, he's like, move 167 arm bar. But he's got the crowd going
nuts.
So nuts because the whole commercial break, he's like, Bears suck. Mike Dick just sucks. And it's so good.
Carey sucks. Oh, my
move
God.
1,001. Armbar.
You know, I think
my holds.
My holds, my beautiful holds. I think it bears mentioning, too, just in recent times, the recent Elias Kevin Owens promo.
Oh, my God, where they were talking about the Supersonics?
Mercilessly booed for 10 minutes straight on live TV.
You want to talk about recent?
Oh.
The Rock's, John Cena's retort to The Rock, where he come back out in the thug gimmick. And told him about blowing.
I'm a big purple pinwheel, Rock. So go ahead and blow me.
Yeah. Fantastic. Because they got around, or the one he did on Elias at Mania.
Yeah.
Where he got around the PG stuff.
Yep.
By insinuating things that, you know, you were like, oh, that's tongue-in-cheek, but I like how he did that.
And, of course, the John Cena Roman Reigns promo.
Oh, where he told him it was called a promo?
You're going to have to learn to cut one. I'm better at this part-time than you'll ever be at this full-time. Oh, my God, so good.
My favorite promo, one of my favorite promos all time, right under Dusty Rhodes. A lot of people don't remember this one. Fucking Bray Wyatt, dude.
When he wins the title?
No.
Oh.
When he first showed up on WWE television, he's like, your heroes have lied to you.
Yeah.
It's all about the fall of the machine.
Yeah.
And had me captivated. That's why I love Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Because it had me captivated from the beginning because he was the first bad guy who believed he was saying the right thing.
Yeah.
Believed he was the good guy and made you believe that he believed that your heroes have lied to you.
You know who else cuts a really excellent promo? Randy Orton.
Randy Orton does cut a
kind of good promo.
I just remembered one we have to talk about. The probably greatest promo ever in the history of wrestling promos.
I'm scared.
I'm terrified.
With me in the ring, you got a 50% chance of winning.
Oh my
you bring
God.
Kurt Angle into it, now you got a 33 to 3rd chance of winning, which gives me a 66 to 3/6 chance of winning. Scott Steiner's math promo in TNA with him, Kurt Angle, and Samoa Joe.
You know what the sad part about that all is?
The
math adds up. The math adds up. It does add up. That's the crazy part.
33 and 3rd chance.
You got to throw in there also Shawn Michaels and Triple H. The
USA Network.
You know where I'm going with
Hulk
Hogan fucking.
Oh, the Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
I was thinking of the Up All Night too.
That's what I said. The Up All Night. Yeah.
USA Network says that between the hours of 7 and 8, we can't use the words shit,
damn,
fuck,
ass,
and he's like, why the fuck not? Well, that's fucking bullshit.
Hey, we're trying to be professional. Fuck.
Well, fuck you and fuck this. And then,
I think of
the Shawn Michaels Hulk Hogan late night sketch. Brother. We're running late on time, guys. Check out some of these promos. Do yourself a favor. Watch the Scott Hall promo. It is so good.
Scott Steiner promo.
Scott Steiner. What did I say?
Hall.
Yep, I was wrong. Scott Steiner.
Your nose must be itching.
Leave us a comment down below with some of your favorite promos.
Especially about that
Send us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/prowrestlingthrowdown. And stay tuned for the return of Who'd He Ever Beat?
I have about a 33.3% chance of enjoying that
Oh,
promo.
boy.